It's time to take a look at the Sci-Fi games of E3 this year. This is a Sci-Fi roundup brought to you by Independent State Resurgence. Now, I started making a list of Sci-Fi games at the show this year, and I realized sometimes it's a little confusing as to whether or not. Yeah. So I decided this is the start of a new segment on GameScoop called "Is It Sci-Fi?"
Ooh. Okay.
And you guys will help me decide. So something like 100-foot robot golf.
Sci-fi. Yeah,
Probably
robots
sci-fi.
playing golf, because robots don't normally play a lot of golf.
No.
So I think that's science fiction.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
think so
known
too.
for it.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, now it's sci-fi.
Yeah.
That one, right?
I mean,
It's in
it's
space.
spaceships.
Yeah, space guns.
It's far in the future, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
yes.
Definitely, yeah.
definitely.
Classic
That
sci-fi.
one soaks itself in its sci-fi influences. Yeah.
Soaked
But a different
sci-fi.
type of sci-fi, though, right? That's like the augmented people future
Blade Runner.
sci-fi, whereas
well,
like
so you'll have
doesn't
purists. I don't know how
spaceships.
much we want to get into this. I don't want to talk about Earth stuff.
Yeah.
No, but you'll have purists that will tell you that sci-fi has to deal with themes of
Fictional science.
Well, yeah, but that's the direction that I tend to lean. I'm like, look, does it have laser guns and robots? And I'm fine calling it sci-fi, but some people really, really want to get into the questions of humanity and using fictional technology to hold up a lens.
You're
to
talking about
mankind
people
and-
that insist on calling Star Wars space fantasy.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There are certainly. I mean, Star Wars is space fantasy, but that doesn't mean it can't also be sci-fi. Genre distinctions are fun, but they exist for our convenience, not to cause us headaches. So let's go on with this awesome game.
That's pretty good. So you start to get a little cloudy here. Dishonored 2.
Wow. Yeah, because you got the mental powers, but you also have some pretty awesome
Stumped 'em.
tech.
See, we could call that fantasy, right?
I think so.
Yeah, we can call it fantasy, but there are some neat little
Strike
gadgets.
it from the list.
And you know what? If you go to a bookstore, sci-fi and fantasy is always in the same section.
It's
So-
true. It's just genre trash fiction, and I
Yeah.
say that as someone that's exclusively what I read.
That's true, but the aesthetic of Dishonored, that world is kind of sci-fi-ish. I mean, that setting does
Yeah.
feel a little sci-fi.
They got those big tall robot things.
Yeah. So
Now they
I'd
do.
say
It's gotten more sci-fi. I think
would
it's
say
gotten
sci-fi.
more sci-fi because there's time travel in it now.
Okay.
All right. Gears of War 4.
Yes.
Yeah, sci-fi.
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 Sci-fi game.
Future, spaceships, monsters.
Gravity Rush 2.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Sci-fi.
Sure. A soft yes.
Yeah.
Soft yes. That one's a sci-fi game. Halo Wars 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sci-fi.
obviously.
Pretty easy to call.
Yep.
Pretty easy to call. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yep.
That's
Sci-fi.
science fiction. Although we haven't seen all that much of it yet.
Yeah, who knows what it is? Show us more Mass Effect.
They said it's going to be so pioneering. Maybe it'll be like a Serenity,
Oh,
like
like-
Firefly.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, they had the Ghost Riders in the Sky thing. It's the
Yeah.
pioneering. Yeah, maybe so.
Just don't use that theme song. It's really bad.
You like that song?
What's wrong with that song?
I love that trailer.
great song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost Riders in the
Oh, no, not that song.
sky. Oh, which one?
The Firefly theme song.
Oh, no. We're talking about. Anyway.
Anyway.
Joss Whedon performs that song and wrote it.
Prey seems to be a sci-fi
It's
game.
looking pretty sci-fi.
No, what about Recore?
Yeah. Yeah, it's about robots with big cores. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jared, you are going to call Star Wars. Any Star Wars game is going to be a sci-fi game?
I think so. I mean, and until we're running around with plasma-powered blasters, yeah, I think so. I think
We can
it's
take the
sci-fi.
fantasy back door if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Hyperspace, laser swords,
All right.
Couple more we need to determine. Titanfall 2,
Yes.
sci-fi. Sure.
sci-fi game.
Giant mechs.
And what about Watch Dogs 2?
No.
Wow.
Too contemporary.
Too contemporary.
I
be
think the
sci-fi.
ability to like take over somebody's car and drive
It's
it around
cyberpunk.
town in 3 seconds. It is. Yeah, it's more William Gibson-y. I think it's actually sci-fi.
So many beepers.
Guys, what about
beepers getting
Steep?
hacked?
What's that?
What about Steep?
Oh, Steep is.
2 words. Mountain View. That's new tech.
What about Horizon?
Well, yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
So that one's a really...
Post-apocalyptic.
But yeah, they're not back to the Stone Age, but it is in the future.
Robot
And there are robot dinosaurs.
Robot dinosaurs
tell
are
me.
the embodiment of sci-fi. Like, if you open up a dictionary for sci-fi, you should see a big robot dinosaur with a caveman next to it.
Yeah.
So definitely sci-fi.
Yeah.
So I didn't even bring up like the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Some of them are.
Final Fantasy 15.
Some of them you go to the moon and there's spaceships and it's very, very, but it also has fantasy in the name. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think science fiction's been a part of Final Fantasy since the very first one. Things like, when you first run into
People
Warmech.
forget about that.
Warmech on that bridge. The
And then they retconned it.
Yeah.
You go onto in Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. You go into a space station.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
And then they changed it to a big tower in the sky.
But originally it
was
is a
always
space
tower in the
station.
sky.
yeah, that's why you fight Warmech. You're totally right.
Well, you get to the top of the tower
go
in
to
the
the moon in
sky,
Final
and then it
Fantasy 2?
teleports you to a space station.
Eight.
And you can see the
Oh,
stars.
okay.
Like, you can look down through
Yeah.
and see that you're looking down.
and it's
like,
all techno music. It's great.
Yeah.
All right,
Make a series called Final Sci-Fi.
See?
Oh my gosh.
GameScoop's full of ideas.
Yeah.
That's a quick roundup of sci-fi games at E3 this year.